Hello, everyone, and good evening. Well, welcome to the flagship, everyone. What is today? Happy Wednesday. Welcome to... Black Ice doing all the important things with non-potato internet. I'm Martin, and to my left, the one, the only Y2 Sky. Sky, good evening to you.
Good evening, Martin. I'm stoked to be here for this one. This is going to be a good one.
It really is. I've had the pleasure of racing both these individuals quite a bit, and can't underestimate or understate the amount of talent that's on the screen for everyone to watch here. These two are some of the best that Free Enterprise has to offer, and we kind of saw that in the first race. Possum coming out with a victory on that one and looking to close it out and make his way to the final four.
I actually watched that not too long ago. One thing I will tee up for you here, Martin. You're up a game. You took the first one by 13 minutes. What do you do? Well, first off, do you kind of just stick to your game plan in Possum's shoes, or do you think Wewbear is gonna pull any tricks that you have to account for and make any adjustments?
You do not change a thing. It's not even a question. You played your game, you did it well. Internet, unfortunately, out of your control, but I'd go so far as to almost call it a statement win right there, that he played that well in game one. You don't change a thing. Woo has to beat Possum at this point to force a game 3, so don't get off of what you do best. And Woo basically is in a position, he's going to have to gamble. He's going to have to chase Possum down on this one. So, I mean, when you're both of, equal skill or very close to each other, it's going to take something very unique for Woo to pull this off. I'm curious to see where this goes. But looking at the objectives, there's some room here. There's some room for some interesting plays. I know where my eyeballs are going. I'm going straight to the bottom of the moon. Those are the two that caught my eye immediately. What do you see here that could be possibly an interesting early gameplay for these two?
You've definitely got a lot of key items required. I don't know. I may be a little too conservative in my play, but this is a race where I really don't fade anything unless it's just an absolute time sink. Because it's gonna take some craziness for you to miss a check or to actually hit a fade here. There's a lot of key items required.
Yeah, very much so. And with as Possum likes to eloquently call, old patently average in Kane, and we're off and running, and that is not a Kane helping him. That is a Rydia. That's a Dr. Luggage. That's a Pan. We're off and running. Okay. Put you in the racer's shoes. Where are you going? What are you doing right out of the gate?
See, we got a Pan. I'm immediately checking Bedward for my underground access.
Oh, you're one of those hoping for the cheeky magma key and just go underground at like a minute 30 and be like, yeah, I'm gonna hit that gang. Oh, I'm gonna get him.
Yeah, I usually like to let the Bedward drive my loot decision. So if Bedward is not underground access, then I'm almost immediately going to Dwarf Castle to find some gear for that cane.
Yeah, very much so. You may even go so far, and I understand this is a stretch already, but Kane's an interesting one, and obviously we are on T-Pro loot tables. So finding a functional weapon for Kane, neither of them have went into an item screen yet. He may have came with like a flame spear or dancing dagger, possibly. You may see an Evelyn play. Just because of the tier weaponry, you may see them gunning for like a rune axe, a Gungnir, something of that nature. If they don't find something here in the public treasury.
Make that Sork robe in the pot.
I mean, who leaves a good Sork robe around in a pot? Like, seriously. Well, that ice brand. So yeah, about finding a functionally useful weapon. That'll do it.
Ice brand and a
So
strength ring, so Kane not looking too bad right off the bat.
no, that's basically your starting equipment. And knowing these two and their what I like to say, their lack of looting, I would not be surprised to see them both be like, you know what, I can get through the early game with this. Let's go. So, oh, look at this. I think we have found our meme objective.
I think we did too.
I'm pretty sure we did.
All right, where are we taking this bird? What is-
I have questions already.
At least Possum went for the chocolate butt.
I am right.
It looks
Are
like
we
maybe looting
really
looting Cave Magnus
hard?
may be the gentleman's objective here.
I'm here for the gentleman's objective. You know how many times I pulled a curse ring out of this place? More than I'd like to admit. I would love to see it reward them for the meme on this one. So yeah, it looks like it's gonna be a full loot of Cave Magnus here, so I'm excited. Actually, I wonder if they just reset out of it. I wonder if the agreement was just get all the treasure chests, not that you had to take them out. That's the important question. Oh, that's a headband.
Flame Whip, not bad either on
Yeah,
this
I was
flag
gonna
set.
say, that's what, a headband, a strength ring, diamond armor, and an ice brand for Kane? That's a really good loadouter, and a flame spear.
So if the gauntlets on Hobbs were set.
Yeah, this is looking like a very nice bit of loot here. Obviously a little more time consuming than we like, but hey, I love the meme. I'm here for it.
So there's good stuff. I see Wewbear walking it out though, so this is definitely a walkout.
I will say it would have been amazing if one of them had went and shopped in Troya and found exits for sale, because that would have been hilarious. If one of them had an exit and one didn't, oh, that'd feel terrible.
All right, so we got all this stuff. Are we going Hobbs first, or are we doing any other checks?
You've got enough. Yeah, like Rydia at this point. Rydia is. I'm sorry to say, J-Mac. Rydia's kind of expendable right now. Kane is the show. Once we see that third character, then we can start making decisions on what we're doing. But yeah, no, this is. I like Wu's idea here of checking the summon. I mean, if this is Sylph, Rydia stays online. If it's anything else, I have a feeling that she is going to meet a sadly untimely fate.
Don't hate Archer Bow in a starting kit either.
No, very useful if you find a Rosa, even a Sid. Like, you know, you give Sid an Archer Bow and some, you know, decent type of arrow. Absolutely. So let's see what we have here. Okay, so fun thing about this. That is a very useful summon for one very exact reason. It instant kills eggs, and it does very well at it.
Okay. I see where you're going with that.
Yeah. Also things that'll insta kill your party. That's one. Yep. Nope. Goodbye.
Also, I saw Possum equip a White Spear. Where did that come from?
White Spear came out of the Chocobo butt.
Oh.
Yeah.
What a pull.
You know, that's a tier 6 just lying around for no good reason. Like, hi. And now Wu's be like, oh, great. Who put this here? Nope.
You're not run buffering a Hobbs with Kane in the middle.
Yeah, Wyvern 2, Runners 0. Yeah. Is it time for Wyvern standard time? Yes, it is. And even then, it's still not getting off.
You have to put the kid in the middle, the green-haired kid.
It's a rough spot to find a Wyvern. It is. If you don't know what's coming, it's very hard to shut this one down. So, unfortunately, it's a very bad thing that, you know, obviously the kids aren't going to get the experience here. Because, you know, you would love to have the level 2 spells, but just getting through the fight for the kid, I'm okay with it. Just get me out of here and let me continue on the scene. So,
Yeah, I would have probably switched to an anchor for the second attempt, but both of them opting to keep the cane, looking like they're prioritizing the experience for the Dragoon here.
mm-hmm. I mean, when you have the equipment that you do for that cane, it's... Yeah, you know, I alluded to it earlier, calling them patently average, but I mean, in the early game, especially with a white spear for one of them, that's a lot of damage very early on. He will carry you through a good chunk of everything. So lean on him, figure out your party, then kind of go from there at that point.
Absolutely. And we're seeing the same divergence that we saw in game one. Wewbear hitting for bull, Possum going antlion. So I think you called it here, Martin. Not much change in the early game plan, at least.
No, not at all. Wu probably doing Fabul for the heal. Probably against characters up since, you know, 2/3 of them are dead. Good part, Possum, you know, I have all the armor in the world and a great weapon. Kane's just going to jump and do very bad things, so... And hashtag bosses with 20 HP, say hello, D.Miss.
Oh, and here we have a second plague for Wewbear in this series in Fabul. Struggled with it last time, but we're not messing around this time. We're flinging vampires.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, plague in this spot is rough. It's very hard to play with the agility side of things in this spot. And you've got 2,000 HP to deal with, and you don't exactly have a party that can do, you know, a lot of damage. So, Possum getting a Baron Key, though, out of that may push Possum to Baron a little bit sooner than later, especially with the power that Kane has. I wouldn't be surprised, yeah, right now, see Fabul, and then maybe instead of, like, Ordeals, just go straight to Baron.
Yeah, I would have even been tempted to just go straight to Baron with a White Spear Cane and just try to single dip that Fabul with that pan.
It's possible. I mean, you know, like we said earlier, you know, that King's pretty much fully kitted out. You know, you stick him in the back row and he's in the air half the time. You might stand a shot at getting through it, but I'm also not going to say, no, don't go get levels and then go do it, so...
Yeah, the level's pretty crucial with both Hallam and Kane being able to deal a respectable amount of damage. And yeah, and a lot of times I've gotten tripped up on both, well, a lot of times even in group, just trying to hurry and do things too early, and then they're either not doable or they're slow, and then, you know, gotta go fast actually punishes you in the long run.
Yeah, it's a very dangerous line to tread, especially, I mean, we're in the top 8. These are, you know, 8 of the best people, you know, to play free enterprise right now. You want to go fast, and as you know, like you said, it's those where you look at these fights. It's like, yes, I can do them, but should I do them? When you're going up against, you know, someone of your, you know, your talent level, that kind of goes out the window sometimes. It's like, no, I need to do this right now, and if you get too hyper focused on it, well, sometimes bad things can occur.
Yep. So the king holding a sand ruby in the bed. So I'm curious to see what that coughs up.
Yeah, I'm checking that character. Who would I love to see right now? Obviously,
Rosa?
the correct answer is probably Atella for obvious reasons.
Yeah, Tibble saying Edge, I don't hate that either.
Yeah, that's a lot of power, though. I don't want to give him the keys to everything immediately. I don't know.
But yeah, Tibble also saying form. Yeah, definitely for especially for a possum race. Let's throw a form in there.
Yeah. Porom, we all know, holds the soft spot in Possum's heart. Usually it's at the business end of a coffin, but, you know, that's neither here nor there.
And in a flag set where you don't want to turn down a white mage.
Yeah, no. White mages are about. Oh, boy. Well, okay. So this answers one very important question for us, Sky. You know what that is?
That is, Ordeals does not go underground.
There you. Well, it could, but it's not logical. So this could still be underground, but it's not the way the game intended. So we're looking at either Baron in or Baron proper right now for our access. Also, I'm kind of hoping this actually gives like the hook. I love character checks. They're just great, and I don't know, these runners sometimes they have ideas about, oh, my party's good, I don't need to check a character, and then you fade an edge, and that hurts.
Yeah, a lot of character checks early also opens up to more divergence, and it's interesting to see the different runners and the different party comps they take. You know, it's been repeatedly stated throughout the tournament, Possum favors the mage parties. I tend to go the opposite. I'm looking for the melee, and I'm looking for the gear. But that's another dragoon.
No, that's a reset. That's what that was. Nobody saw that. Just wipe the last 60 seconds out of your brains. For anybody wondering, by the way, 2 canes does not make 1 good cane. It just makes a pair of patently average canes.
Patently average divided by 2 is still patently average.
It really is. It definitely rounds down. So Possum through Golbezza. What's the back attack? DKC. You know, it's nice seeing him off the table.
Yeah. AKA the only Cecil you're going to find in this seed.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, I would rather see him in way worse spots than this, but it's for the runners, they're very happy to see this. So, little quick slick life potion there, getting kids some experience, and yeah, we are soon to see what Ordeals gives us. What are you hoping for? What do you want out of this?
It's pretty spicy. Yeah, I'd also have to say the hook. I can't think of much else. Or a twin harp.
I was gonna say the spoon. Like, I'd be okay with the spoon. Just in case that Edward decides to rear its head at some point.
Yep, spoon here, Edward and Baron Castle. That would be
sure. Why not?
That would be fun to watch.
Yeah, we all love our spoon words, especially because they have to be in the front row, and you basically give them a stiff breeze and they fall over and die. Thank you, back row. Oh, it's so nice.
Instead, we got a tower key, so it looks like the seed is going to give us all of our underground checks before we actually get the underground access. Which is friendly for runners, but...
Yeah, it's great for... I mean, we both play the game. There's nothing... I don't think there's anything worse. Feel free to disagree with me on this. Going underground and not knowing what you're doing. It's like, great, I'm underground. What do I have? Nothing. Cool. What do I want to go do? Do I want to go do Dwarf? Do I want to do the freebie at the March? Do I want to do Sheila 1? But now you have a tower key and a pan in hand. You have a plan when you're underground at this point.
Absolutely. But yeah, get underground. It never feels good to have to pray something decent is in Fey March or Sheila 1. Then it coughs up nothing but a darkness crystal and there's no sirens to be found. Yeah, that's the worst.
Speaking of, I bet that's exactly what both these runners hope is underground right now. Sirens.
Yeah.
Definitely want the sirens. Yeah, especially with this party setup, you have the Quack Kid. 1 siren gets them online. Boy, would these runners really appreciate. I mean, don't get me wrong, Kane is great, but a Quack Kid can do some things. Interestingly
enough, I know we've got 1 objective primed already, but still nothing on the rest of the objective table yet.
Possum saving, which means you can time it from now, folks. You will see a reset in 10 seconds. Just wait.
Come on, Wewbear through the goal
It's coming.
beds.
It's coming.
Yeah, here we go.
Oh, really? This is not part of the gentleman's agreement. No. 2 Canes.
Well, so we saw this in game 1 with the 2 Edwards too. I think Possum does not like empty party slots.
Yeah, but
because there's always a chance that the one you don't care about gets targeted for a hit, and it's just it gives you that extra out defensively.
Yeah. And chat brings up a valid point too. Is he's got extra weaponry, so yeah, technically, it's 2 functional canes, but you haven't seen Baron in, you haven't seen Baron Cat. Like, this cane very well may be very short-lived. Like, exactly as long as it takes for you to complete Baron in.
Yeah, but I definitely like having the 4th body just to take a punch if you're going 2 Baron in.
Yeah, that Baron in 2 fight can be a bit ragged. So and especially without a source of blink or something. Yeah, okay, I can see that. Well, so about that second cane, you want to see how fast he's out of the party? He's gonna be out of the party really fast.
As fast as we can take down this CPU and then the other boss spot.
Yep. Well, like you said, hey, he's gonna take a punch. I mean, maybe he's not gonna take 2, not in the second fight. No, he'll take 1 and go down. So, but yeah, that's our favorite ninja. So things are gonna get interesting from here on out.
I don't see any ninja gear in Possum's inventory yet.
Not yet. Well, okay.
Oh, this is fun.
That's not what you wanted to see here. Uh-oh.
I really like having the 4th character here at this point,
though. Yeah, this is literally throw the kitchen sink at it, and hopefully it goes away before you do. Because people are going to start dying.
Alright, we got a miss and a cure too, so that's gonna help.
Very good. Yeah, just throw everything. Throw the vampire in your inventory, whatever you got, just unload it.
Meanwhile, Wewbear through Mount Ordeals.
Everyone's heard Possum enough on comms. He talks about Sphere 0 checks and, the fact that you don't need a key item to get to this. It's still a good check, even though you don't have a Tella in the party. Yes, you saw the gold bez, so you know it's not logical underground access, but it doesn't mean it can't be something important. So, Possum's tin cans are up to no good again. I warned him about this guy. I told him a drooled on string and a pair of Possum in a cans just doesn't. That's not functional internet.
Might have been an upgrade from a potato though.
I mean, we've all done the little potato with the toothpicks and trying to grow something out of it. Maybe that could grow better internet for Possum. We can hope. So
it's better than a cat knocking a router off the ledge.
Cats. Cats where everything is their plaything, and if it's warm, you guarantee they will lay on it. Yes, that's very accurate.
So Wewbear checking that item shop, cabins and silk webs. I like both of those, but not picking any up yet.
Nope.
We're checking the closet. Hey, there's an edge sword in the closet.
Hey, it's not a great sword, but it's functional, and it does very well for edge, so...
It fills that empty Sineki slot, too, because edge and Sineki edge only comes with 1 weapon.
Yep. Usually it's not a very good weapon either. You notice that? Usually it's like a silver knife, or some type of claw, like a charm claw.
Charm claw.
Yeah, it's just, ugh.
Which in groups, I never minded a Charm Claw, because then if I found one other thing in Evelyn Castle, then you're almost online for the Mad Ogres at that point.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
it's a little bit different gameplay here.
Very much so. I still wouldn't be surprised. I mean, with this party comp and everything, I still wouldn't be surprised to see Evelyn at some point. Possibly look for a sword. With money being as tight as it is, with S Quarteron, T Pro, and everything, being able to afford a ninja sword or you know functional weapons for the characters, it's not easy. Like, you'd rather spend that money on sirens, other things like that. You have two characters that really would love a weapon upgrade, at least on Wu side right now. Maybe you see it. Maybe you see an Evelyn play, just to see if you can hit a weapon for a character and get them off and running without having to literally sell your entire inventory to buy it.
Yep. Definitely don't hate the play. Depends on what we see from this Baron, and we didn't get to see it before Possum lost connection. So I'm curious to see what we get when Wewbear finishes this check.
Well, the great part is, you know what? Possums, they always come back.
That they do.
Yeah. Other things Possum do, they hiss at you all the time too. That's also accurate.
Wewbear, not a gimme right now on this evil wall, although Palom has blink up, so
yeah.
Never mind, we're through.
The power of those random illusions that you find in your travels is so nice. Hey, there's the hook.
So we got a character check and possibly our underground access. So
yeah. And lo and behold, hey, guess what? It kind of routes you right down by a Castle Evelyn too. So,
Yep. Now, here's the question: Do you
all right, what do
you liberate Baron Castle first before you head there?
A case could be made for it. You're here. You're here. You have a base level edge. Technically, you have 2 weapons for edge. So, okay, you know what? Really?
The intercommentator's luck.
Really? Tybalt, this is all your fault. I'm calling you out on this one. Hey, an assassin knife. You know what those are great for? Killing eggs. I wouldn't be surprised to see one of those bought.
Yeah, selling a lot of stuff. The rune axe is also tempting too, and a charm rod. Wow.
Okay, and a charm rod. Okay, so all right, dual middle sword edge. You have a charm rod for the kid who's going to acquire virus and quack here at opportune moments. That's a pretty good team.
Yep, and I like to play here. The loot stops on the way to the bosses here are quick. So you might be able to spike something, but yeah, you're getting an objective out of the way. And who knows, there could be a magma key in that pot.
I think it's gonna be more of a samurai helmet, but hopes and dreams. We can always hope for the magma key.
If I dive a check thinking about a samurai hat being in there, then I shouldn't be diving the check. If I'm diving a check, I'm like, there's a magma key in here. There's gotta be.
Look. Sometimes it's more about the character. It's the adventure more than the reward. Okay, maybe they want the character more than what's in the pot. Until they see the character, and then they really want what's in the pot. But let's see what we have on Wu's side. What do we have? Yeah, we remember this guy.
Yeah, Dr. Dialogue.
Boy, you know what we wish Edge would have started with right now? A Thunderclaw. That would have been great.
Thunderclaw would have been fantastic.
Yeah. So sad.
And
that's okay though.
Palom still doesn't have virus, so we have Lit 2 still will get the job done.
Pretty elementary fight here, so nothing too terrible. Good news for the runners. We've seen both Wyvern and Golbez. They're both off the table. So Baron Throne now doesn't become too much of a... There's still a few bosses that could be sitting up there that could tickle you a little. But for the most part, you're pretty much... I mean, look at the bosses we've seen. We're 26 minutes in. DKC, gone. Evil Wall, gone. Golbez, Wyvern, gone.
Yeah, that gives us a pretty good shot at a decent boss here.
Yeah.
Even a Val isn't a big deal right now. Kane is leading the pack, so.
Mm-hmm. Very much so. So yeah, from these runner standpoints right now, I guarantee you they're both very happy to see this battery of bosses out of the way. All the freebies still out there.
Yep. I mean, as soon as we either figure out if we want to go the hook route or if we happen to spike a Magna Key, then we've got checks for days once we get underground.
Hey, look, there's Possum's internet sword. Okay, it moved. Yes, I see numbers, I see damage. Things are occurring.
Yep. And over on Wewbear's side, we've got Rubicante. Not a big deal though. I think that Edge has an Ice Claw.
I was gonna say, and that Kane's got an Ice Brand, so this is really gonna tickle. Hi and goodbye. So about finding that Ice Brand way early on in the public treasury. Yep. Pretty good.
I like Possum over on his side going the magical route against Dr. Lugay. Flame from Edge and using the White Spear as an item from Kane.
That's a functional white mage right there.
Yeah, that's something I've commonly forgotten in my runs too. Is I was sitting there, I'm like, okay, I have a White Spear. Why is he still only swinging for 200 damage? Oh yeah, I could be casting a spell for 800 damage.
Amazing how many people don't realize. It's like, oh yeah, it's great damage. It's like, but it gets better early on. So yeah, but Rosa in the party for Woo. Woo almost has an endgame party right now. This is close. Wouldn't be surprised to see King go away for an anchor at some point in the future, but this is kind of it.
Legend Sword, not quite what we're looking for on this set of objectives.
Nope, but I will take that objective being lit up though. So number 7 lit up, soon to be lit up on Possum's side, and yeah, we are off and running.
And I don't hate a key item at this point in the game either. We're looking at 6 on Wewbear's side with all the underground checks once we get through that hook route.
Yeah, a lot of it, we talk about, obviously the end game and people. I know Possum and Woo very well. They both subscribe to the theory of grind early, grind often for your levels. Going underground on 6 is a really good problem to have, especially with a pan in hand and a tower key. Don't be surprised if they get to 10 key items before they leave that underground. And if sirens are available, well, of course they're available. You have Edge. You may see both of them with small children with very large spells sooner than later.
Yeah, I definitely tend to lean towards almost to a fault pushing for 10 key items before trying to do any kind of grind. 30 Sirens on the Dream just feels bad. Probably because I lost my first official race in Free Enterprise by doing just that. It was literally the difference of grinding on eggs with 9 key items versus my opponent got to 10.
10, yeah. Yeah, it hurts. It does. Speaking of this though, look at Woo doing Evelyn. So we're hunting. This could be twofold. This is probably more for the experience, I think. I think he wants to get Rosa online. The kid needs Quack, and I think he wants Blink on Rosa more than whatever these treasure chests give. So I'm more than okay with this play. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. That's probably the first thing I do if I'm staring down a hook route and I need levels on my spellcasters.
Yeah. Neither of them have been down the hook route, so nobody knows what's sitting there right now. There's still some bosses down there that could cause problems, like, oh, I don't know, Ogopogo. Um, or a few other ones at that location that could just be really rough. So,
Speaking of really rough, the Mad Ogre's doing a number on Wewbear, and we get a reset.
they were not having Woo's business right there. Yeah,
So,
those ogres, a little bit angry.
so I was looking for that Charm Claw in Wewbear's inventory, was not there.
No, he sold it. He sold it. I mean, look, but he now has a rune axe though. That
there we go.
The problem. See, you just have to ask, and things just happen.
Seed is being very kind to our runners.
See? You just have to ask him.
Have a white spear and then Chocobud. Here, have an ogre axe when you just got wiped to the Mad Ogres. Like, the seed is being very kind to our runners tonight.
Well, I feel like in Free Enterprise it does that a lot. I mean, come on, how many times have you faced like Pale Dim in the March, and then gotten the Dragon Spear or the Dragon Whip right afterwards, and been like, great, I could have used that 3 minutes ago. Thanks, game. Same thing. You wiped to Mad Ogres, here's your tool. Go try again. Also, I know I talked about cats earlier. Cats suck. Especially that cat. That cat is terrible.
Those cats are the worst.
They really are. They are not pleasant. You ever pet a cat and just hisses at you? Well, this one you pet the cat and just kills you. So, yeah.
Virus makes short work of them now.
They do. Make the kitty go away, please.
Alright, always love seeing what's in Trap Chest. What do we got?
Moment of truth. What do we got? Something? Anything? Functionally useful. That does qualify.
Yeah, I like an arty bow.
That's a very useful item, especially when you have a Rosa in your party. Yeah, I would probably go out and save with this one. Just throwing that one out there, Sanj.
Yeah.
Okay, or we're just gonna go straight to Mad Ogres again, because why not?
Well, who knows where to? No, he went right for it. I was about to say he might have skipped it, but no. Here we're trying again.
Yeah.
We have the axes.
Yep. Now wait, did he put them on? I would say he looted both of them. Did he? Okay, look in his inventory. I see the rune axe. I don't see the ogre axe, so it must be on him.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. And Rosa just doing Rosa things with already mute arrows, because, you know, those are numbers.
Yeah, Artemis Bow, like, Rosa will put in some work with that.
Yeah, very much so.
One of my favorite things to do in a Z fight is gain the ability to try Zerg, because I have Artie on a Rosa or a Sid.
And that is a Dragoon Spear. And a Mute Knife.
And Dragoon Armor. Wow, so yeah, if we find that Pale Dim at the March like you're talking about, we're set.
I was gonna say, yeah, and the Kid Learned Quack. We have our Egg Slaying tool now. So it raises an interesting question/problem. You have a great way of killing eggs. Like Kane one-shots eggs at this point, so you're fine there. But if you're gunning for an anchor, who do you get rid of? Like, are you going Team Zerker here? Do you throw away Palom? I think like if you're down and you get into like Dwarf Castle and you find a viable anchor, I think Palom's gone.
I would say so too. Especially if you get to the point where you can buy ninja swords. You've got two well-geared Zerkers and a Rosa is a very safe Z fight, and unless you forego the melee characters early on and keep getting levels on that Palom and Rydia.
Here's your complimentary second Ogre Axe, by the way. In case the first one wasn't enough. Here, have another.
Well, we want money to buy ninja swords. That's one of the best ways to get it.
I would say they don't afford themselves. Okay, on S quarter, you would have to sell pretty much everything you just looted in Eblin to afford one. So let's see if we can pull anything out of here. I mean, I understand the looting side of it, because I think on Wu's side, I'll get into the mind of Wu. It's a dangerous place. I don't recommend it, by the way. There's one of the ones I'm looking for right there. I'm gunning for Sirens, I'm gunning for Bacchus, and everything else at this point is now secondary.
Yep.
So, anything that keeps Rosa from not having to cast Zerk on people is incredible. So I'm basically leaning on those, and you see 10 of them bought. Not surprised at all.
No. I had a little bit of a gasp when I saw that Rune Axe getting sold, but then I realized, oh yeah, we got a Mute Knife for Edge, so we have Mage Slaying.
Yep. So that is covered. So yeah, pretty straightforward. 37 minutes in, going down the hook route. I'll tell you what, whatever's at the end of this hook route is not going to like life very much. Not with this party.
We can take mages, we can take dragons.
Well, I mean,
we have a Quack Kid.
It's probably out of the boss pool. That's probably right up there as one of the worst things you don't want to see on this hook route. So that Mom Bomb is it's not so much that the Mom Bomb's difficult. It's what happens when the bomb explodes and then the little bombs decide that they want to play. That's where things start getting a bit sketchy. Hey, Possum's back.
Yep. Well, unfortunately, because that boss is a Mom Bomb, we were not able to do the plan that you were mentioning earlier and take that Citizen Anchor.
Yeah.
Palom's going to be virtually required to get through this hook route.
Yeah. So the rule on Mom Bomb, and this is through methodical testing, folks, I swear. You have to trigger 64% of Mom Bomb's HP to get her to explode. So you still have to put out in that spot roughly, 16,000 damage. Kind of difficult to do that when you have a kid that has Quake and does 2,500 damage and you throw him away. So you just kind of figure out how to manipulate this party. Keep the kid, and then the kid probably in all reality becomes dispensable, but not yet.
So I just saw some spicy gear on Possum's side with a full moon and a ninja sword.
That's useful.
So
somebody's been looting or shopping or both.
Did Wewbear peek the weapon shop? I don't think he did.
He didn't. He walked right by it.
Oh, were they both? Yeah. If they're both there, we got a blue robe at KQ too.
Okay. That's not okay. There are things you don't want to face in this spot. I'm okay with burning a freebie at this spot. It's fine.
I was kind of echoing chat's hope there for the alt gauntlet into the Mom Bomb hook route. That's yeah.
Look, chat just wants to be entertained, right? Chat's team free enterprise. It's like I don't blame them. I'm loving the entertainment value right now. Are you? This is great.
Yeah, this is a fantastic race.
Yeah. Hey, you should go follow the racers, folks. Go follow the racers. Go follow Y2 Sky. Go follow Tybalt. I can't believe I just said that. That's okay. Go follow Black Ice. They're all wonderful people. Yes, I omitted myself. Don't follow me. In the meantime, we have a Hook Route 2 fight we're going to watch. Now, Possum's going to have an easier time with this fight because of that small child standing in the middle of his party.
Yep. Mm-hmm. A solid anchor, whereas Wewbear is... actually, I think Wewbear took a wipe to the water hack.
It does punch really hard. It's if you're not careful, it can wipe your party.
Yep. So. And the anchor difference that you mentioned just a second ago, that definitely comes into play too.
It does. It makes a world of difference. The one thing also about Possum's side, you notice, take a look at Edge. He's still base level Edge. So that tells me Possum did not do trap chests or anything else for his characters. He basically grabbed Edge, probably did Baron, and then came straight here.
Yeah, I want to say either, probably either a spike or, was able to buy the Edge weapons in the weapon shop, or a combination of the two.
Question from chat, why is Mom Bomb so troublesome in this spot? So, Mom Bomb has a ton of HP in this spot, and then when Mom Bomb explodes and the little bombs come out, the gray bombs keep the same attack power as dear old Mom. And they also share in the HP pool, so they're not exactly like small bombs at that point. They're actually decent sized bombs. So without having that small child with like, area virus, quake, a J item, like a Gaia drum or something of that nature, those bombs can do very bad things.
In addition, that explode attack that they do is HP based, and when they have a large HP pool, it is very, very difficult to get around it if you cannot kill them in time.
Yep. So yeah, you see Wu and the power of that Charm Rod he purchased putting in work, 3,500 damage. So, very nice.
Yeah, that was a great pickup. So we got Edge Berserked here.
I would say you notice that Edge swing right there, 880 on a red bomb, and the bomb is still alive. That's kind of the problem this spot faces. Good part, you have an hourglass, you freeze them all, you're fine.
Yep, that was one part we were talking about, Bacchus and Ninja Gear. We neglected to pick up that both Wu and Possum picked up hourglasses at that spot, so that's gonna trivialize the space too here.
They're handy. I mean, like I said, we both play the game. We understand. Like, you find the dimps at a wrong spot. Like, if they're sitting at Leviathan, they'll kill you. And an hourglass makes them free. So, yeah, 2 or 3 hourglasses during the seed, do they make a difference? So much.
Got the phase 2 on Wu's side. Don't see an hourglass queued yet. Maybe just banking on the Quack Kid.
I think he's just going for Quake here, and hopefully that kid lives. Oh god. Okay, we're fine. It was not due to lack of effort on the bomb's part. They tried. Except no gold star for them, because they're all gone. So, hey, 44 minutes, we're underground. Yay!
Yep.
And Wu hot on Possum's tail here. Quick spy. That is. What do you see?
About a 15-second difference. Okay. Oh,
About
did I miss the? Oh wait, top of tower.
I saw a purple robe.
Yeah, it's Mylon.
Yep, some flavor. All right. You know Mylon's up there. You have a party, but you have a pan in hand, even though you have a tower key. But you also have an edge, which means you could go steal sirens. What's your play?
I am probably dropping a save at Dwarf Castle, checking the shop. If it's not sirens, reset. Check Tomra. Like, check all my shops for sirens first. Then, if we don't hit, drop a 10 after priming shield, or actually after bonking Yang. Excuse me, not priming shield one. After bonking Yang, drop a tent and go in the tower. Stealing sirens, especially maybe without the Porum here, takes a lot of time.
It does.
And we're not at 10 key items yet.
Not incorrect. Well, so we see divergence. Obviously, one's going to go smack Yang with a pan, the other one not opening any chests on the way up. It's a good thing, probably preserving the steel for later if we need it. So it's hard to turn away when you have a tower key and in all reality, a kind of free boss sitting up top. So,
meanwhile, Wewbear just picked up the rat tail after hitting Yang on the head. So that's another objective primed.
Yeah. I don't blame Wu for this. Turning this in immediately. No, not at all. It could lead somewhere. Oh, look who it is. Hi, Val. This raises a very interesting conundrum. How's Mage 101 for you there, Sky?
Well, got the Val out of the way.
Not just Val. Val and CPU are both gone. That's about the only two things that shut you down with mages.
Yep, I think I like it at this point.
Yeah.
Be interested to see if we get another spellcaster at Dwarf Castle.
I mean, so you have Rydia. Probably she a million experience. That's a lot. Like even with 10 key items, that's still 15 sirens.
Yeah.
That's a forge. That's interesting. Wonder what that's gonna spit out for Wu. I'm intrigued.
And if you have Wu's party, you definitely forge and check it.
Yeah.
Zeus gauntlets show up in that shop a lot.
Yeah. And, you know, hey, maybe you get a free Hanzo out of it. Maybe you get, I mean, let's be serious. It's either going to be a white shirt or a crystal sword. We know how the game operates. But yeah, all of a sudden now, you know, like I look at Possum's side, that Dwarf Castle now becomes really interesting. The other part is, you notice who isn't in Possum's party right now?
Yeah, no white mage.
Rosa. Yeah. I wonder if maybe you see Kane traded out for Rosa at some point. And you just go Edge, White Mage, Black Mage, and an Anchor and call it a day.
Don't hate it.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going in the Dwarf Castle. No save drop. Probably just checking the shop then. I still like dropping the save there just because you can get the reset.
Yeah.
If you don't see anything.
Coffin's important. I like buying a few of these. So.
Yep. We still have Dark Imps on the table. I like having coffins to get through those.
Yeah. Even that like Kaipo guards. Just burning one on the back guard and just let the other ones punch themselves. That's always a great time. So looks like Possum is through the top of the tower. Did you see what we got? I didn't see anything lit up, so I'm gonna go with it's a samurai helmet.
Yeah, that's probably fine. Or a lightsaber.
A lightsaber now. According to Tybalt, it's an arty bow. Well, you know.
It's not useless.
Maybe I was saying maybe that's incentive to go take that Rosa now. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. In these flags, though, a lightsaber is worse than a samurai helmet. You can put a samurai helmet on several characters.
See, what
I
told
this?
you. Look, okay, here's the way this game operates for anybody that doesn't understand, okay? Usually the pink tail is always a white shirt. But in this flag set, the pink tail is always an adamant armor, so the white shirt had to go somewhere. There it is. And now you know.
Also, what's our score right now for our clairvoyant calls here, Martin? 2-2, I think?
Yes.
And Wewbear also fading the Job Dwarf.
Look,
it's
I love
top 8.
I
know.
I love the memes as much as anyone, but you know what? When you're going fast, seconds matter. So.
Yeah. And Possum's about to fall onto an airship and get something from the mechanics.
Survey says.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right. So, okay, we know what's there. So, let's add that to Wu's side real quick. So right now we're staring at 9 key items. I think Possum is also setting it. Yeah, he's going to do it. Welcome to RA1 Quack Kid, folks. Here's a nifty little trick.
Quack Kid is not RA1.
That's weird. He should be with a level dead radio. Yeah.
Flame Whip.
No. that might be part of the problem. Yep. Try that again. There we go. So yeah, welcome to RA1 Quack Kid. So basically, we'll give you the short spiel of it. You need 7 actors on the screen. If you have an RA1 character up top, they get first action. And if you queue up a Quake, it will fire. So it's very easy to kill most of the trap chests down here in Sylph. And if you just so happen to find an adamant armor out of one, guess what? Here we go!
That puts Possum off to the races. Now.
Uh-oh.
Now, does this change? If you're Possum, you got an adamant armor, you've got good gear on an edge. Mage 101 is, for me, it's off the table.
Okay, so here's the thing. Like, edge with that is devastating. Like, he'll carry you all the way to Z. The Quack Kid with that on is now unkillable. And once you get him to nuke, that is guaranteed 10,000 damage anytime he takes an action. So it's... temptation high. Let's see if Possum makes a side trip to Mysidia here at some point. But we also haven't seen Sirens.
Yeah, that could be where he's going next.
Mm-hmm.
Raise that whale, confirm or deny Sirens, and
hey, we know this check. This is my check. Oh, sad face.
Ugh. Fire arrows.
Sorry, Possum. Only I get to pull curse strings out of there. Try again. Possum going to get his adamant. Yeah. Look, the whole point of this game, Sky, work with me here. Have fun with it, right? Yeah, you want to go fast. Yeah, you'd like to win, but you got to have fun with it.
Oh, absolutely. And everybody's got their preferences too, like you said. Possum may be more inclined to put that adamant armor on Palom. Me, I'm going Anchor, Rosa, Edge, Cane all the way.
I know a lot of people would do that, but I also know how much Possum loves his mages. You also can shift the adamant around too, so I mean it could be on Edge for the time being, and then eventually it will make its way to Palom. So yeah, that's not outside the realm of possibility either.
And again, just it comes back to all the bosses that are off the table. Yeah. Shifting the adamant around is not a bad thing right now.
No,
Ruby, Elements, Golbez, all the stuff that would hurt you badly for taking adamant armor off.
Mm-hmm.
Almost all of it, most if not all of it, is gone.
Yeah, like I think the only true punish might still be the Mega Sisters out there, and that's about it.
Yeah, Edge with a mute knife is going to do bad things to those Mega Sisters, though, if they pop up.
Yeah. I know. God.
And Denari making a good point. Possum is guaranteed a second adamant armor.
Oh, yeah. I mean, depending on when this Pinktail turns up, I mean...
We have one, yes.
Yeah. 2 is always better. Actually, no, 2's overkill. It really is. So, yeah, I don't blame Possum here. Like, Sirens? Sirens, please? Sirens? No? Oh. So, here's the thing. We've seen, like, most of the shops here. Obviously, you know what? Neither of them went to check the freebie in the March yet. Thanks, Blue. Thanks for listening. If this is 10 and Sirens are up here, oh boy.
Yep. So, getting back to, I mentioned earlier about just making a swath through all your freebies, trying to just get the 10 key items as quickly as possible.
Mm-hmm.
I actually like the opposite play here. So we had a required hook route. We've got a pink tail objective.
Mm-hmm.
This Feynmar's check is so late because they're waiting to see if they get that adamant armor before they make that dive.
Yeah, that's Luca. That's 10. So it's online, and sirens are not on Earth. Unless you want to steal them. Interesting questions. Hey, look at this. We got invaded. RPG Limit Break, welcome. I know we don't have to tell you about spoilers or anything like that, but welcome. Enjoy the race. We are currently 57 minutes in, and yeah, it's been a seed. I'm here with Sky. We're having a great time.
Yeah, it's definitely been a fun one. Not a bad seed at all. This actually has been a pretty generous seed.
Mm-hmm.
If you know where to look. Possum finding the white spear and the choco butt was probably the highlight of looting this seed.
Very, very much so, yes. Okay, well, so that's fun. There's, I honestly, I would love to see Possum do it, but he's not going to. Darn it.
Because Possum did not buy a Thunderclaw. I don't think either of them brought a Thunderclaw.
Now, I was more going for the Canderstruck side of it. The setup is there. You give me a Silk Web and a Blink, and we can do some silly things with that setup, but I think that's going to be one of those come back later things, so. All right, so yeah, so hey, guess what? Edge is in the middle. Possum's opening things. Hey, Sky, any guesses what Possum might be doing right now?
Looking for Hansa? No, we're looking for sirens. I gotta say, I don't know. Well, Possum does have a Thunderclaw.
Possum also has an hourglass, so you want to see how fast these get stolen? Just wait.
Very quickly.
Yep.
Gosh, I'm thinking back to, okay, if you had that Thunderclaw, oh, why are you not taking that Odin? You've got Bacchus, you've got Edge in the back row if you want to. Probably don't need to.
Here's the thing, and I'm guilty of it. You know, running this, I see that, and I'm like, oh yeah, I can do Odin and Canderstruck. I mean, yeah, that's straightforward as could be. You feel bad doing the march if you can't do both of them at the same time, because that antline always sticks in the back of your head. Like, if this has something I need, I am so going to regret this. And obviously, with Possum and Wu knowing each other as well as they do, I think they both understand. They both fade it. And it will probably be their last check, specifically because of that antline.
Gotcha. I'm usually more of the persuasion to, okay, if I can cheese one of the checks, like with the Thunderclaw there and Bacchus Wine, doing it, and then, okay, yeah, the antline's just terrible. I'm going to assume, like you're assuming, that my opponent's fading it. Yeah. I'd rather fade one of the two checks and take the easy one.
That is a package. Sadly, we have to walk it out. It hurts. It's okay. What is it? Oh. Hey, look, we found the Pale Dim. Say, is this where we just Berserk Kane and put down the controller? Yes, it is.
Yep. Because we found the gear to kill everything.
Yep. Oh, Kane, you gotta be not patently average for a second here. Why do we need to walk the package out? Because of objective number 2, Battleship. Complete the sealed cave. That is why. Unfortunately. I mean, we're not sitting through the package.
No.
But we gotta walk it out. And by walk it out, I mean warp it out as soon as humanly possible. So okay, so Possum stole, I'm guessing, in the neighborhood of 5 sirens. If that's the case,
for a little bit.
Then if he bought enough hourglasses, he's on the moon, and this is Gold Dragon time, and that's where the levels are going to come from.
Yep.
So. Chat saying felt closer to 10 sirens.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. But I know I was watching Wewbear as well. But it felt like more like a 10 grab there.
Look, maybe he's just trying to get the kid medio. Okay, I don't know. I hear that's a thing with him, is getting Iridium medio. Make sure I ask him about that after the race. It's an event, let me tell you.
So we got Whale Rays on one side, Wewbear almost out of the seal gate. There we go.
It's good warp practice. Uh-oh. Hey, so about switching that character. No Val, no CPU. Oh, hi, Rose. How you doing? Kane?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Look at that. Oh, he's going base level Kane for the anchor.
Yep.
He's got some sort of drain weapon, doesn't he?
Yeah, there was a drain sword earlier in the game.
Yeah, he saved one. Yep, here it comes.
Oh, wait. Did he...
Dwarf Axe.
Oh, a Dwarf Axe. Okay.
Yep, that's it.
Don't hate it.
No, not all. So what was that translate to? An 8 agility anchor? So yeah, we're fine. Okay, so he's gonna do eggs.
Possibly eggs. Woo checking the Baron basement.
Yeah, it's not an objective, but I'm not against it. Like if you're sitting there and being like, okay, the march is like, I'm fading the march, period. You're not gonna leave Baron basement to chance.
Yeah, I like checking as much as we can reasonably check here on Earth because we don't have the pass yet.
Yeah.
And the 2 moon objectives are ripe for leaving to last if we can.
Mm. I'll tell you what, this is another boss I love to see out of the pool.
Yeah,
Baigen here.
Yeah, not a terrible spot.
Here? Yeah, Baigen at Ogopogo. That's way worse. So I'm glad it's here.
Yeah, I like Baigen here than a lot of moon spots. So
yeah. Baigen is one of those nobody ever bad stories about that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really like seeing him anywhere, honestly.
No, well, okay, look.
He's just annoying.
You give me a Baigen and Antlion where I have like a Gaia drum or something, I'm excited. Like, I'm happy to see that one out of the pool and out of my life forever.
Yeah, but then I had to burn a Gaia drum on the Antlion boss. And I was like, come on.
Look, to not have to deal with Baigen ever again, look, if I gotta burn a J item, so be it.
I mean, I'm still a bracket level runner. I gotta like, I gotta try to find my advantages where I can take them.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, Possum will be burning all these eggs. We're looking for the big nuke on the small child and Cure 4 in white and nuke on the other child. Boy, can we talk about the other child for a second? Have you ever tried to cast nuke with radio before? Oh, it's painful.
Yeah, it's painful to get the levels for sure.
Yeah, her wisdom stat is such garbage. And you know what else is garbage? Crystal armor from sitting through that Baigen. That's garbage.
Yeah, we're kind of past the point where, although Woo still didn't check that weapon shop. I don't know, like I said, Possum's stream was down, so don't know if the Full Moon and Ninja on Possum's side were looted or if they were bought, but...
The Full Moon was from the shop in Hook, is what we were told, and I'm guessing the Ninja Sword... Maybe, I don't know if he bought it, though. Possum with looting, I feel like he would have looted the Ninja Sword before he bought one.
Yeah.
Because that's a lot of money that you could have spent on sirens. That's a very hard trigger for him to pull. I'd be curious to ask him after the race where he got that one from. But my guess, probably looting. I'll go Evelyn Cave. Might be where he found it.
Tybalt saying he bought 2 full moons. Ninja Sword was looted somewhere. I imagine on the cave on the way down to Hook Route.
Yeah, that kind of be my guess, because I know Wu stopped at that point and he doesn't have one, so maybe.
Also, I have to give a little shout out of solidarity to Firebird Lover. Yes, the name scheme is driving me crazy too. I'm just like, wait, no, that's
look. Don't look at here. If it helps, tape a piece of paper like over the little box where the characters are on your monitor, and you're fine. Just look at the portraits, okay, and you'll be good.
Yep. Yeah.
Also, please don't tape things to your monitor, because then you get tape residue on there, and it's don't listen to me.
No.
Yeah, that's a bad thing.
No. You're talking to the guy that like downscales his monitor from 144 hertz to 120 hertz just because it makes the emulator smoother. Like, no, I'm not putting any tape on my monitor.
There you go, Battleship God. Don't use tape, use staples. Yes. Yeah, staples work great. So, sirens were for sale on the moon. Yay!
Yeah. I think Possum's in okay shape, but I don't know. I might have been inclined to drop a save if I'm going to try and get sirens, and that's the immediate next thing I want to do at that point. I would probably drop to save at the tower, go check the shop at the moon, and then.
Well, we have to remember the one thing we took into account as well too. So you go with the moon, right? You're looking for levels. What's in all reality was the 2 best ways for you to get levels on the moon? It's either gold dragons or it's warlocks. You don't have a mute knife. Wu's got a dragoon spear, but Possum did not. So if you find sirens on the moon, are you really going to fly all the way back to burn them on eggs and then fly all the way back to the moon?
That's definitely a fair point.
Yeah, I think that would offend Possum's sensibilities. Like, you want me to do what?
Yeah.
Dude, is there like an Amazon Prime delivery service for sirens? Can I just get them like hand delivered down to me here, please? Like what? I'm not going to the moon. No.
Yeah. And I will also admit I tend to underestimate the amount of time traveling takes, and probably because I've been burned a couple races, I hesitate I do not like stealing sirens unless I absolutely have to.
Yeah. No,
so it's like I said, that's grain of salt.
Yeah. I mean, once again, we're bracket levels. This is the last 8 people in the tournament, and I mean, here's context for you. If you miss a landing on an airship, that's 3 seconds you just wasted. Start adding those up over a seed and how much time that costs you. And we've seen races decided by less than 20 already. So yeah, you can't afford to be giving that time away doing stuff like this. So I do like Gold Dragons here though.
Yeah, Gold Dragons on Wewbear's side. You actually just reminded me though, I need to put my suggestion for an airship bomb counter in feedback and ideas.
No. Look, leave that one a link to the past. No, I don't need to know how many times I can't stick a landing. That's gonna be a number no.
I appreciate that you got that I was referencing the ALTTPR.
Of course
right there.
I did. Please. Look, that was always not to wax poetic on another randomizer, but it is great. It was always, it wasn't, hey, great, I finished the seed. It's how many bonks did I have during the seed? And then I got made fun of because there were so many bonks. And, so, yeah, no, I don't need to see how many times. It's like, hey, congratulations, you clipped Dwarf Castle 5 times this seed. So what are we shopping for? What do you think he's going for? Stardust Rod? 2 Stardust Rods for the kids? I like it.
Yeah.
It almost
Seems
makes
good.
Rydia kind of functional and protect ring because, hey, why not? What else are you going to spend your money
Look
on?
at that is a Mage 101 Forge shop right there. Riven,
Yeah.
Glass, Stardust, Protect.
Yeah.
Screaming that you're supposed to go mages this seed.
Also,
And even
mental
a
note,
white shirt on top of it. Like,
yeah, this is easily going to be close to 30 Gs of damage coming out of this party once he gets Rydia nuke. Because, oh yeah, he shorted it by a level, so oops. That's fine. Nothing Luca here won't handle.
yeah, I was gonna say that problem's gonna be fixed pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm. Very much so.
Right.
So
Looks
yeah,
like
so
Wewbear is through his grind and getting ready to take on some moon bosses.
Mm-hmm. I like the it's. I mean, you look at this. It's 3 key items coming out of this, and you only need 2 to finish the game.
Tibble, looks like the answer to your
terrible.
question is yes.
Now, see, that would have been a great meme. Is nobody's allowed to rearrange their spells? That would have been a fun one.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm pretty sure would have driven Possum insane.
You gotta think Wewbear's trying to come up with one of those two down a game. Like, all right, which one is actually gonna help me a little bit?
Yeah. I mean, come on, we've all been guilty of it, right? Hey, look, we put Warp on the top of the spell list. Uh-oh. You ever cast Warp in battle? It feels bad.
Yeah, it sure feels real bad. I've done Exit a couple times.
Yeah, no, we've done Exit. Yeah.
Usually my tendency is to get to Zeromus, planned reflex strats. 2 of my 3 spellcasters have nuke on the top, and then I gotta scroll down on the 3rd one.
Mm-hmm. It's like, oh wait, I forgot to move white. Oh no.
That feels bad.
Wait, I can do more damage? What? No.
Or sometimes just like, no, I'm not gonna bother. Just keep the cure for it. Go on.
Yeah, that's fine. So, Woo dealing with everyone's favorite punch mage here, so this should be a fairly straightforward fight. Also, Woo still running anchorless here. So I'm thinking because of that ninja hat that he has, I think this is whoever gets close enough to 28 agility is going to get the ninja hat, and then we're just going to go off and running for the Z fight. So
Not a bad idea.
that is a party rock.
Party rock.
And an apple.
We still have an objective to check on that end, though. So.
All right, what's left here that could be terrible? Just put the Mega Sisters down here. Just do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know you have a mute knife and all, but I guarantee you that first spell fires. Someone's not gonna like life after that.
We haven't seen the All Gauntlet yet either.
Oh, that's a valid point. Okay.
Did I just commentator's curse this seed? Nope.
Oh. Well, in terms of spells, by the way, they're gonna hit really hard. Wait till I see this Ice 2 fire. This is gonna hurt too.
Yeah, I usually like putting wall up on at least my berserkers if I can.
Mm-hmm, because here it comes. Oh, bye.
Ouch.
Oh, wait. Bye, Rosa.
Oh, wow.
Yep. Yeah, cannot understate the spell power of that spot. Like, oh, it's Leviathan. Oh, this will be straightforward. No, it really isn't.
Yeah, those spots definitely try to fill up a wall. He's already with the anchoring situation Wewbear's got. I'd even say Starveil if you got him.
I mean, Wyvern and Golbez were out of the pool. If you're gonna run Reflect, you only need one for the Z fight anyways. Yeah, burn them. Just use them and get through the fight. Like, if you've got Bacchus, just go Starveil Bacchus and be done with it.
We didn't go the Starville route. We're going double Bacchus again to start.
Yeah.
See if we think to get if we go for wall this time. I think it's Rosa's the last to act is the only thing that's kind of.
Well, wall goes. Okay, so somebody is going to live through this.
That edge still swinging double metal looks like too.
And that Ice 2 went exactly where it needed to go. Wow. I think Wu's got this one under control this time. Even if only Kane lives, he'll still be fine.
Yep, and now we got wall on Rosa, so we're solid.
Yeah, we're good. Yeah, very, very underestimated fight. Like this, you don't expect certain bosses to just be like, oh wait, what? And this spot can make any boss just, even Water Hag here. Like you get punched, somebody's probably going down.
Yeah, about the best thing you can find at this spot is something free. The
Yeah,
Wewbear
like
looks
King
to be
Queen
through.
Yeah, King Queen Evelyn would do it. What do we get? I already got one of those.
Something to dart.
Yeah, exactly.
I never hate something to dart at this point in the game.
No.
Doesn't matter what's left.
Also, I'm working on a petition. I would love to see King and Queen Evelyn have their spell power unlocked so that they scaled with the spot they show up at. Because how much fun would it be to see King and Queen Evelyn Ogo Pogo, and all of a sudden the Fire 2 comes out and it does 1500 damage. And you're like, wait, what? That's not how this is supposed to work. What's going on here?
Whoops. So not finding a key item there means, yeah, you clear the rest of this moon, I think.
Yeah.
What would have been really saucy is if you get a twin heart at that Masa spot, and then it's like, oh, do I go chase? Do I clear?
Let's be greedy. Let's give him the twin harp right now.
Yep.
Give it to him here, and now you're holding a twin harp and an earth crystal, and 3 moon checks. Pick your poison. Where's the pink tail? And when do you pull the trigger and say, okay, you know what the heck with it with the moon? Oh, by the way, you still have the march too.
Yep. And
So,
and full clearing the moon is how you lost game 1. That's gotta be in the front of his mind.
It's probably like it really is. Like I'd love to say that, you know, certain things from like my game 1 don't ring in my head, but we're racers. I mean, if you lose to something, it sticks, and you're going to be thinking about it on your next race. So. That's a clean elements fight right there. That's how you do it. A little bit
and
of
Possum
damage,
coming down for the high five there too.
Yeah. A ninja star. Fantastic.
Yeah, nothing.
You think? I would say, do you think anyone will? You think anybody will actually throw that thing?
Doubtful.
Are you? I would say, are you actually good at getting rid of your darts?
Ninja Star at this point in the game,
Yeah.
it's well, I don't know. Wu was swinging 2 middle, so maybe.
Okay. That's a valid point.
If Wu was swinging, if Edge is swinging 2 ninjas, don't bother.
I do love me the spoon. I affectionately call it my face check dart, because when I'm gunning for a key item, you know, like what these 2 runners are doing right now, I basically want something to eat a spoon. If it's not the exact item I want, I just reset it. That's not fun. Okay, so about that dart.
Yeah.
Oh, everything's getting darted at him.
Yeah. So yeah, if you're talking spoon, absolutely. Yeah, we're gonna chuck spoons, try to go fast, that kind of thing. It's just okay. Ninja Star, yeah, that's gonna get outclassed by good gear on this one.
I mean, it's still like at level 50. I mean, you're still in the 4,000 damage range for it. It's not terrible.
Oh, it's what I used to throw at Z back in the day, you know, as a kid playing this game, and they were in the Forge shop. Like, yeah, they do a fair amount of damage.
Yeah. But hey, I'll tell you what. Talking about things that test your sanity. How about the animation on Ninja Star? You throw a Ninja Star and you're like, are you done yet? Like,
Yeah.
really? Are you done? Because here it goes. Only to be outdone by like the Loki harp.
Yeah. Things you don't think about until you're speed running and counting seconds.
I mean, personally, I love spending the extra $2,000 on Drain Spears just because they don't have that problem.
Nope, just a quick stab and go.
Yeah, Possum should have a little bit of a better time with this Leviathan. Actually, most things will probably have a better time just because, well, double nuke and your choice of blink or white as the follow-up. Like, this Leviathan's not long for this world.
Yep. Although, Rosa just parried and didn't get a wall like we saw earlier.
Leviathan hadn't curled up yet. He should get 2 more nukes off here before the first Ice 2 comes out. So.
Oh, that's true. Oh yeah, I forgot. Palom has an adamant armor.
Mm-hmm. You know, one more thing I noticed because of Possum's Radia. Possum hasn't done Dwarf yet either, because Radia still has access to the white magic. So that's also another check that was faded. So there's a lot of checks out there still.
Yeah, I don't think Wu did Dwarf either.
Yeah, and that is a lunar staff. That's not what we want. All right, so you're down to 2 now on the moon.
Yeah, it just depends on honestly, it's going to come down to how much is Wu thinking about game 1 and how much is he just sticking to what he wants to do. I think.
Oh, did we just find another part of the gentleman's agreement? We sure did.
What was this? Oh, we're walking out of the.
Yeah. We're walking out of the LST.
Well, no, warp is all we have. We haven't done Zod yet.
And then we could warp? Wait, hold on. Oh, no.
We don't have exit.
They haven't done Earth. Rosa doesn't have exit yet.
Nope.
Oh, no. And nobody saw exits for sale? Really?
Nope.
I almost want to load the bot and look. I mean, I know these two and shopping is not at their forefront of anything.
No, there was maybe 2-3 item shops checked. I think Possum probably didn't even check but 2.
Wow.
Wu was the only one to check Baron shop.
Well, I can relate to this. I've had a warp out of the LST before. It's not fun.
I've had to walk out of the LST before.
Oh, well, that also is not fun. Now, I will say one thing, though. You notice he's walking out. I wonder if he's just going to recharge and... Yeah, okay. I would say not going straight to Murasame Altar coming out, but I'm okay with saving there. There's still a few not quite so pleasant things. Andy's running anchorless, so things do get a little bit tricky sometimes.
Yeah, and we have a gauntlet on the table still, so. Possum finding the beautiful reward, and then also about to be stuck warping at the LST.
Yep.
Gosh, how much are they got to be thinking? Oh, what if my opponent had found exit or a source of exit?
Yeah, but they both know neither of them shop, so I'd like to think both of them probably, like, if they compare notes at the end of the seed, they're probably like, oh, that's free. Hey, did you shop here? Yeah. Did you shop there? No, never went there. Well, did you look in here? No. No, they probably shop the exact same spots.
Yeah, that was always a fun part of being in Blitzwith group is, being the odd man out and just, you being the wild card while everybody else is like, okay, I know this person shops here, I know this person checks here. It was a very interesting dynamic to watch between both my races and then my group mates' races.
You do learn a lot about people, watching things like that. So, yeah, I mean, I'll put even money right now on the fact exits are an Agart. I'll just throw that out there because it was a hook route. All the important stuff will probably be an Agart.
Yep.
So, blue killing the king, the queen eventually goes away, and yeah.
Yep, and let's see what Edge gets for his inheritance.
Yep, and Possum is...
Well, I don't hate it.
That is, that saves you some time.
I don't hate it because we've cleared the moon objectives already.
Yeah. Yeah, so here's the question. Does Possum pull the trigger and leave? Or is he cabbing in and going right back in?
Yeah, that's probably
a big change. Okay, he's going back in. All right. I'll say, would have made for some high drama, one with a pass and one without. Oof.
Yep, all too familiar with that.
This is getting really good. I'm glad you're here with me today, Sky. This has been
fun. I have to say, for my first comms gig, I was.
Wait,
I was
sorry. This is a what?
You didn't know that?
No.
Yeah. I was
me?
completely stoked to get Possum versus Wewbear with Martin Broadcloak. Yeah, dude, I was stoked.
Did you ask for this?
I clicked the button, if you mean by asking for it.
Okay.
If by asking you mean click the button.
I was gonna say, who did these assignments? I have questions.
So
you've done well. I've had a blast with it. You know who's not gonna have a blast? These dolls. These dolls are not have a bad day.
No. Well, they're about to have a blast, just not the blast they would like.
Please tell me Woo queued up the swag media.
Yep. That's not a Quake cast time. That is not a nuke cast time.
That is how you do it, folks. Look, if 9,999 damage can't kill one of the back dolls, what game are you playing? Because I don't know.
Absolutely beautiful, Wewbear. Absolutely beautiful.
It's artwork. Is that a prize, though? I mean, you're gonna keep it.
Yeah.
It's
that's number 3, though.
An adamant armor. I think you're gonna hold on to that one.
Yep.
I'll get over the warp casts at that point. So that means Possum's gonna have an adamant armor for his entire party.
Ugh.
Minus the anchor, because who cares about the anchor, right? But wow.
Possum definitely looking to be rewarded for his mage party choices this both games in this series.
Boy. Alright.
Wewbear's done with the moon first.
Yeah.
So we can't discount that.
So you're back on Earth. We all know, and obviously, once again, you run the game. So you got the Earth Crystal from the moon, but it is one of the longest checks because of the cutscenes and everything. Do you gun for it? We're seeing the answer right now. But you also have the march with a pair of checks in it side by side.
Oh, absolutely. Chase the key item you got on the moon.
Yeah.
K-main check. Yeah, I like what Wewbear's doing here. I commit to the Fame March fate.
Yeah. Yeah, Possum's like, yeah, sure, I'll take another adamant armor. Yes, please. Thank you.
And also, you just warped out of the LST. One of the things in the front of my mind is, please, dear Lord, give me exit.
I was gonna go down there. Because, I mean, do you really want to warp out of music? No. Do you want to warp out of the march? No, you're walking out of the march. Like, I could take exit. Exit will save me some time in the long run.
I've definitely seen in this tournament, especially with a high completion, the K main versus K summon percentage being a bigger factor than normal.
It's a really interesting thing to draw on. Is, you know, we've gotten to the point in this game where now we're looking at, you know, where the key items load at, what percentages they load at versus, you know, K main, K moon, K summon. And, you know, keeping those totals running in your head where it's like, okay, what have I seen on K summon so far? Well, I smacked Yang with a pan. That didn't give me anything. Baron Basement was a dud. Technically, K Bahamut was a dud. That's all 3 K summons, and you've got nothing. And you have a march sitting there waiting. There's gonna be an item down there. Question is which one.
Yeah. Oh, and we're the. Yeah. It could easily just be Magma Spoon. And...
It could be. Yeah, here's your complimentary spoon. Thanks for wasting your time. Ha ha ha. Forehead. Not that I'm against a spoon, but you don't want to go down the march for a spoon.
Well, Wewbear's got an anchor if he wants one.
I wouldn't be surprised to see if we're going to go full berserk.
Yep.
Or just stick
great,
with it.
But
no, yep. Yeah, Alum's gone. I will say that does. I mean, okay, so God, I don't know. I don't know if I throw away that Palom for Woo. I mean, you look at what's left in the game. The only thing that's terrifying is Antlion, but you have Adamant armor to take care of that.
Yep.
So do you hold on to the kid for, like, you know, some supplementary damage, like Reflected Nuke or whatever it's seek, and just stick with the whole idea that you're going to have a 28 agility anchor and just make it work? Oh, that's a question.
Yeah. I think without a solid idea of which character I would get there and which way to do it, I'm not sure. Like, yeah, like, you know, if we're in the group flag set and, you know, we've got Fu on the table, oh yeah, that's easy. That's easy to figure out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Especially when you get a Tella there, that's just easy to keep at 8. Ooh, that's a hit.
That's
it is
one.
only. It's a terminal hit though.
Yeah.
So
it is.
Our other one is underground somewhere.
It is. So okay, knowing what you know, I'm in the march. Even if, I mean, it's 2 side by side, but the fact is we have not hit a K summon yet at all. I'm in the march right now.
Yeah, I like how you're thinking with that, and honestly, that's something I didn't think about until you mentioned it, where you're looking at the distribution in each category versus a 1-to-1.
And, you know, Possum's gonna be hot on his heels on this one too. So yeah, this is gonna be really close.
And we've got Edge of the Thunderclaw, so one of the 2 bosses can go quickly. Possum's just gonna nuke them both quickly.
Here we go.
Gosh, could the party choice at Antlion be what decides this race?
Maybe. I mean, like I said, you have Adamant. So, but, I mean, that Antlion fight is going to go infinitely faster for Possum. Because spells don't trigger the counters.
Yep. I think if you're Wewbear, you put the Thunderclaw on edge and hope Odin's got the goods.
Yeah. I mean, of course, we're probably both going to be wrong on the Twin Harp will be in Dwarf, but it'd be like, see, this is what you get for not doing Dwarf. But no, if it was my tournament life on the line, you have to do the March. It has to be this.
Here we go. Yeah, Possum chasing him down there. Ooh, going for the Odin. Oh, does Wewbear not have the Thunderclaw? Wewbear does not have a Thunderclaw. That
It'll lengthen the fight by a little, but you'll still get. But now that you're fully anchored, yeah, you'll get.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you're doing 5K around, looks like.
So yeah, the quest. Look at this, 97 minutes in, and what are we gunning for? Music. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yep. Fantastic seed tonight.
Yeah.
Beautifully rolled Black Ice.
Very well rolled on Black Ice's part. Well done. Y'all should go follow Black Ice, by the way. Good people. So is Tybalt. Yes, I said that twice in one stream. So is Sky. Hey, look, for Sky's first comms, this has been amazing. That's not amazing. That's a magma key.
That's a magma key, yep.
Uh-oh. Dueling antlions. I love it. This is great. Go follow these runners. Like, if this isn't high drama, I'd go watch some reality TV, but this is about as good as it gets here.
Yeah, we're breaking out the white.
Just anything to fade these counters. They take it's like throwing a ninja star. It takes that much time. You just don't want to deal with them.
Possum's through.
So we saw the magma key, so that's the 1 in 4 is this music. It's in Dwarf.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow. Oh, boy.
So we're going to see both of them 17 out of 17, 28 out of 28.
Yep. Good. It's not only me that does that. Oh, I feel so much better now.
Yeah, same.
Dwarf being faded blows my mind. Hi, Potato. No. No. They had their parties. Like, if you go back and look at their early game, with the parties they had, the key item distribution and everything, it ranks right up there with Earth in terms of time for a character that they didn't need. And the fact that they had as many key items as they did, it was a fair fade.
Yep. It's a testament to the difference, again, the subtle differences between group and brackets. Group, yeah. I am beelining Dwarf as soon as I have the power to do it, just because, hey, I might get a Foo, I might get a Cecil. Brackets?
Yeah, no, like,
Dwarf is just,
there's your
look at that.
Just to drag it out a bit longer. Why not? No, well, so the whole thing about Dwarf is you do Dwarf for a character check. The key item check is kind of secondary. I mean, unless you're running really low on key items, then a case could be made for Dwarf. But they had Cane Edge, Palomrosa to them. There's no character that really improves what they had.
Nope.
So to pull the trigger on Dwarf is really, and I'll tell you what, even if they had spied it, if they had seen this gauntlet here coming down, they probably reset out of it and be like, yeah, I'll come back and do this later.
Yeah.
And later probably would be exactly right now.
Oh, I mean, and well, given a lot of times the answer to this question is they know each other, they know the other one's doing it, but we're runners. We know at this point, if you're running the seed, you know at this point you're 28 out of 28.
Yeah, it's
and you're at the gauntlet. Like how agonizing has that got to feel knowing that okay, you're 28 out of 28ing. What if?
yeah, yeah. But also, like you said, knowing your opponent. Like, we're seeing this, even though Possum has a little bit of a time difference right now, but seeing dueling gauntlets on the screen right now, that doesn't surprise me. Not for a second. These two play very identically, so to see them kind of chasing each other in this is not a surprise at all. So, like I said at the beginning of the stream, one's the teacher, one's the student. So, there you go.
And John Burke had made a very good point in chat that yeah, Palom at RA1 throwing viruses with adamant armor on.
Yeah,
that is way faster here.
Yeah. The power of mages and correct angering, I mean, you fly through fights. It's nice.
And I mean, well, yeah, Wewbear didn't exactly get the gear, but I mean, you look at a very solid melee comp versus a mage comp, and both times this series, it looks like the mage comp when the runners are in a comparable situation is just a little bit faster. So yeah, Possum's probably onto something here as a general solution for this format.
Possum's very well versed in it. Obviously we talk a lot, and he's a huge fan, as am I, of the 3 mages and a cane anchor. Just for Val protection. That's pretty much what a lot of these parties kind of evolve into. Is if I haven't seen Val, or CPU for that matter, is I need some way to deal with exactly those 2 fights. Everything else can be dealt with just by sheer firepower, reflected or otherwise. But those 2 fights in the wrong location can really do bad things to a mage party. After that, though, the floodgates are open. You do whatever you like. So.
Oh yeah, I have forfeited an async or 2 because I've taken a full mage party and there's Val in the ribbon room or something.
Yeah. Hey, surprise! It's a twin harp, everybody! Yay! Spoilers, it was the last place available. 104 minutes and we're gonna get music. I'm so happy. Oh no!
That's a problem.
Yep. That's your penance, Possum. There you go. Good job. You should have looted the treasure chest, though. I'll yell at him later for that one, folks. Where was the pass? Pass was at the Murasame altar. Possum. Wrong burb. There you go. That one. Yes.
Clicked a standard yellow chocobo more times than I'd care to admit.
At least you touched the white one, right? Because the yellow one, spits you out, and then you have to, dismount, then you have to go back in. Hopefully not hit another yellow one. No, I haven't done that before.
Did that once on stream ages ago and just decided to take it for a lap around the forest a few times before I put it back. I'm like, all right, whatever. I'm going to get my tickets worth here.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, once they complete this, they'll have the spoon. You will literally see every icon lit up, and at that point, Tybalt will be like, "Hey, I'm done for tonight! Yay!" Well, actually, he'll have one more. He's got to push the little crystal button on.
Sorry, chat. That's call number 3 for me. Commentator's curse. We just grabbed a yellow chocobo.
We've all done it. Good for Possum for realizing. Usually you try short this fight by, casting spells on yourself, trying to stone your party, whatever it may be. When your entire party is wearing adamant armor, spells don't work very well against you, so just don't even bother.
Yep, sit through the script.
Yep. But we've got music. We got to be quiet and listen to it. So enjoy it. You know what was great about that music, Sky?
What was that?
Even having it back to back, that's still like 1/10 of the amount you hear in like a Jets of Time scene. Because boy, are you in Black Omen for a long time.
Goodness. So yeah, Possum getting to the Z fight a little bit more ahead of Wewbear here. At least if assuming the time is close enough. Wewbear looked for that mute knife, but unfortunately darted it during one of the moon fights, so ended up costing him a couple rounds of combat.
I mean, it's not like the fight's gonna. It costs you a few seconds, but hey, chat questions. Hey, it's your first time. You
Yeah.
get the
So,
honors.
oh, sweet! I get to take a rookie nap, right?
Yes.
No. We all know what the Z flags are, chat. So we can't put Zeromus in just any old spot in the game. He's too powerful. Big bangs do nasty things, but we can randomize his sprite. So I am so stoked that I get to ask this question. Whose butt are we going to kick tonight?
Also, can it wear a hat?
Can it wear a hat?
Yeah. And is butt cute?
Yeah. And also, I will be empathetic. How is butt?
How is butt? Look, butt's mental health is very important. Well,
this can wear several hats.
I feel like it's more like a hat rack than it is like, yeah.
We're kind of towing the line between cute and scary, though.
Yeah. I mean, look. I mean, if you take off that back half of it, I mean, it makes a pretty interesting coffee cup, though. I'm here for
that. Yeah. Unfortunately, we're going to find out this is not a very microwavable coffee cup, though, because it's going to get nuked pretty quickly.
It is. This is about as straightforward of a reflect fight as you're going to see here. This is a lot of damage coming out, and I don't think Possum's even nerfing. Because with full adamant armor on everyone, I don't think anyone's going to die.
Oh, lowest HP pool is 2199. That's got to be pretty much a perfect roll.
Well, Rydia tried.
Yeah, that's as close as you can get.
That was close. Thanks, Rydia. Appreciated.
Now, that would be just chef's kiss if we get to see a HP ran out.
Oh, on Rydia for the end? Yeah, wouldn't that be great?
Yeah.
I don't
After the kill.
That's still a nuke on the screen, though. I think we're done.
I think we are done.
Yeah.
GG to Possum.
What a time. We'll get the actual time here at the end, and I'm going to guess with the stream potato issues, we'll probably have our favorite admin in here shortly.
I'm already here!
Oh my god, I'm psychic. Hi!
Hi everyone, it's Scala. Very unsurprising, we're going to have to go through and do another review on this race because of Possum's internet issues. We've already talked that all out, so that's what will be happening afterwards. If you're on the Discord, you will see another announcement after we've done that. When this goes up for YouTube, I will be sure to include a link to Possum's local recordings, so that way you can also see it for yourself. But yeah, as you can see, the bit of potatoing made this look to be a lot closer than it ended up actually being. But that's okay. It's all fine. It's all good. I'm going to go ahead, duck on out, and actually here. Also, why is everyone down here in Restream 2, in Restream 8? It's like impossible to pull people down here. I don't understand.
It's the Ocho. What do you want from us here?
Don't make my job harder. Okay, good. Possum just came in here instead. I didn't have to drag him all the way down.
Oh, okay. Yes, boss. I'll do better next time. Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. This is all stuff that people can't even see that I'm referencing.
Ah, got it.
Anyway, y'all, I'll let y'all have your interview. GG's Possum. Good luck moving onwards to the semifinal. As long as everything gets all.
That is the term.
All on the up and up.
Yep. All right. Thank you.
Bye.
Well, I'd say something about letting a trash panda in here, but I guess he already got dragged in. The one, the only, Possumorpheus. Oh, Possum.
Yeah, so who do we want for a sponsor? Russet, Idaho, Pringles? What type of potato or potato type product that someone from King of the Hill, maybe Hank, will sell me potato and potato accessories?
Look, I want GG.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Two, I did compare your internet earlier to literally 2 empty, cream possum in a can and a chewed on string. I wasn't far off.
Yeah, I think you nailed it.
Yeah, but I'm gonna let Sky go with the questions here. It's Sky's first time on comms.
Oh, GG Sky. I look forward to watching this back even more. I guess apologies for trolling a little hard for your first time. Whoops.
Oh no, it's fantastic. I had a blast. The seed ended up being a blast just because of all the stuff we found. Great pull on the white spear from the Choco Butt. Love that right off the bat. I think the biggest question on my mind right now is just as as someone who's in the quarterfinals. It's been a crazy tournament. The door is pretty much as open as it's going to be for you to snag a tournament win. How nervous are you when you know this is going to be a 28 out of 28 for you?
Oh, I mean, it was a 27 out of 28 because I figured if it was Baron Basement, I was already dead. So that's why once I got the pigtail, I just zoomed right underground where the density of checks was still left. So it was close to a 28, but Not quite. I had peeked out Beigen and said, no thanks, I'll be back later, and then didn't go back.
Okay.
But as far as that's concerned, I mean, I'm here to have fun. Like, with Woo especially, like we get to do fun things and kind of talk behind the scenes and put on a little bit of an extra show and do some kind of weird things for folks in the crowd and folks in the comms booth. Um, it's all about having fun. So I don't get nervous with it. Like I have a lot of competitive experience in other aspects of life, if you will. Everything from competitive word gaming to Magic the Gathering, all sorts of auto battlers. So like the nerves don't hit me. I'm very fortunate, very blessed in that regard. So I'm just here to play and have fun. If I come out, and hopefully everything's good with this VOD when I upload it. The one from yesterday was. So if I'm officially in a Final Four, great. If we have to play a game 3, that's fine too. If I make it to the finals against either who would it be? I guess round of 4 would be either Kyrios or Simbu. So if I were to be lucky enough to make it through them and get to the finals against Rybon, Moonblaze Wolf, Martin, or Dusty, I would be plenty happy with any of those results. This is my best showing in a tournament as is, so nothing but happiness on this end, no nerves.
Yeah, very well said. And definitely, an inspiration to runners like myself that are, still trying to climb that ladder. So much appreciated.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, very well, Ram. A couple questions from me. One, because your internet, obviously, potato. Where was the ninja sword?
It was in the Eblin cave. There was a ninja shirt, a ninja sword, and a middle sword within like 4 chests of each other.
Oh.
I was just looking for stuff to fund an hourglass because I basically tapped out buying a couple Bacchus and like 3 life pots. I was like, I have no money. Let's go peek with the bosses. And I was like, oh, it's Mom Bomb. Great. I'm not getting through that without an hourglass because I'm being very hyper aggressive here and diving this with barely virus on the kid and a Zerker Kane, kind of, who I just put in the back row and let him be a chemist, and an Edge, who I had at that point purchased 2 full moons for. And so I was like, okay, I need to go loot a tiny bit to fund an hourglass or 2 and happen to hit a ninja sword, a ninja shirt, and a middle sword. And I was like, all right, just pick the boxes that have the things and you'll have a good time. Which was kind of a trend on this seed with the white spear and then the ninja sword and shirt and then the adamant armor where I was trying to get to level 3 spells before diving to Fey March and just happened to hit on the chest. And I was like, that changes things. Don't care about level 3 spells anymore. Now we find any way to get sirens, including stealing them.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, that Sylph hit. Obviously, we both knew what was going on, and explained it to Chad, and all of a sudden it's like, or you could just pull an adamant armor out of there, and the world's your oyster. So and at that point, I guess the question is, when did you realize that it's like, obviously you saw that Rosa, you didn't take her immediately, but as soon as that adamant came into play, was that your trigger point where it's like, okay, it's edge mages and go forth and blow everything up? When was that thought in your head?
It's interesting because until the absolute bitter end before the decision, I wasn't sure. I stole 14, which I know is 1 shy of getting Rydia to nuke. And I didn't know if I wanted to go Edge, Rosa, Palom, or if I wanted to go Rosa, Palom, Rydia with an anchor. I was very unsure. Either way, it was going to be fine. It was going to be trivial. Palom gets the adamant armor and everything dies. But it was a matter of like, how do I absolutely optimize the end of this? And I was looking at the bosses that were remaining, and basically outside of Ogopogo, nothing posed a threat. I already knew where Antlion and Odin were, so those were, calculated in the Fey March. Those were not going to be a concern. So it was like, well, I guess we'll just full send mages. We YOLO'd the hook route with Zerkers. We'll YOLO the rest of the seed with mages. Didn't have to worry about getting cheeky with orbs. Never found the turtle. Magus Sisters didn't show up that I can remember, or if they did, it was super early. So it just worked out pretty well. I was a little disappointed with that early Hobbs play, trying to squeeze XP for the kid, not being able to get the veil off there or the jump. But what are you going to do? Overall, I think it was good enough. And yeah, that was kind of the decision for for the mages was just going back to kind of what I prefer, what I like, and what I know would make Z faster, the Moon faster. A second source of nuke is just better than a Zerker 9 out of 10 times, especially with the bosses I'd already seen.
Yeah, and we talked about that on the stream too, is, you know, that early game, that first 20-25 minutes where, you know, we're starting to realize it's like, wait a minute, Wyvern's off the table, Golbez is off the table, DKC is off the table, we know where Baigen is, just going down this list, CPU is gone, there's Val, like, oh, that's literally everyone you don't want to see as mages. Huh, I wonder where Possum's gonna go after that. And true to your word, yes, that's we did love the full loot of the Cave Magnus. That was wonderful. I was really hoping for a cursed ring there for you.
Yeah, that's why I went back to the Ordeals Chocobo Forest afterwards. Because I was like, well, maybe I can pull a Martin here and spike a random cursed ring out. Nope, it was just some fire arrows. Thanks for taking all the RNG from that Chocobo Forest. But it's okay, I did all right otherwise.
Yep, quite welcome. Yeah, before we let you go, there was a message from the Troyan Parking Authority. Something about unpaid parking tickets.
Yeah,
Giant red falcon in the way that you haven't picked up yet. You might want to work on that.
Don't ever want it, don't need it. It can go away as far as I'm concerned. You don't need to reattach it. Like, isn't it the drill thing in vanilla you got to use to, like, get back from the underground? You can just use the Enterprise for that. We don't need that red thing. Just make it go away. Also, I learned that there's no black chocobo in the forest south of Troya. I was like, hey, I'll go to... Oh.
Nope.
Should have taken the yellow one anyway, up to the other chocobo forest, but I thought about that afterwards.
Yeah. Well, I'd ask you about your semifinals, but you know what? Go enjoy the rest of your evening. So the semifinals obviously are not determined yet, so no clue who your opponent's going to be, but I'll probably echo Sky's sentiments here. Sky, feel free to chime in on this. I think you're ready for it.
Well, we'll see. I've had a lot of good teachers along the way. Wewbear being front and center in that. Again, without him and all the wonderful things he taught me and how to optimize all sorts of different variations of the game and when to be aggressive, when not to, impacting a lot of those decision trees. I'm not here without him. So I got nothing but the finest and kindest words for my opponent, Wewbear, tonight. Love you, buddy, and hope to get to race you next tournament in the round of 4, since we did 16-8. That's next. We got to go round of 4 next tournament.
That sounds like math, Possum.
All right, no math on stream. My bad.
Yeah.
Thank y'all both for the commentary. I'm sure it's going to be a blast to watch back. Thank you, Scala, for admitting a second day in a row because of Potato Internet. Thank you to everyone else behind the scene, Tybalt for pushing the buttons, Black Ice for restreaming, and also putting up with the Potato Internet on my end. And again, GG's to Wewbear. Love you again, buddy, and hope to see y'all around.
All right, take care, Possum. Let's see if we can get Alice, speak of the devil. Hi, Woo.
Hello.
GG, sir.
Thank you.
Wow. What that was a entertainment value through the roof on that one. Very well done.
You're welcome.
So I love the pre-race arrangement. So I apologize to Possum. I'll apologize to you. Sorry I couldn't give you a cursed ring in Magnus. Okay. I was hoping. I really was.
It's funny. We set up a few things like the looting of of Magnus without well, just immediately. If we had exit, we had exit, but we didn't. So
yeah.
But also we were supposed to loot the Chocobo Forest, Sales of Ordeals, which I forgot, and apparently had a White Spear, which would have been nice early.
But actually, no. The Ordeals one had fire arrows. The Choco Butt had a White Spear.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that one wasn't part of the deal.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel less bad then.
Yeah, he grabbed that one, and we were like, "Oh, that's a rare find. That'll do some work early." And it did some work early on. Boy, did it!
I can imagine.
Yeah,
that was in honor of you, though. So, yeah, you're welcome.
I mean, as far as you go, I mean, you played that seed exactly how it. I hate to say it played itself, but it really did.
For the most part, yeah.
Yeah. Was there ever a moment that you thought about possibly... like we talked about it, about like your party comps and everything, and how there was like, you know, no reason for you to do dwarf. Was dwarf or the march ever, like while you were down there, was it ever on the table? Was it ever a thought, or was that no, this is end game, if this is it, so be it?
Antlion, definitely not. If I had a Thundercloud, which I looked for, I would have
Mhm.
done Odin, but I did not. So I was like, hopefully this is nothing. And it turned out to be nothing, but I
Yeah.
still had to do it at some point.
Yeah.
And
What
yeah,
about
dwarf,
dwarf?
it was like, my party's fine. There's a lot of checks on the moon, and I mean, moon
Mhm.
had something this time at least, but yeah,
Mhm.
still. Overall.
Did that come into play at all when you went to the moon? Is because of your last race? And was that ever in your thought, like, I'm...
Oh no, if it was because of my last race, I would have stayed playing it because the moon had nothing. The
Wondering,
moon
like,
had
if
a
you were up
spoon
there,
last
like,
race.
I'm doing this again. This is a terrible idea. I should stay
Yeah.
on Earth. Wait a minute.
As the checks were coming up empty, I was getting that feeling, but there was a Zot, and Zot last time had go mode, and this time it had a pink tail, which wasn't go mode, but it was still required. So I was like, okay, there's a small chance. I mean, I've still been playing pretty poorly, but at least Zod gave pink tail and Zod came from the moon. But yeah, I just wrong party comp and some performance misplays, but yeah, it happens.
It does. It does. Sky, you have any questions for Wu?
You know, you kind of mentioned the seed sword of plate itself. It would, you know, I was hoping for a little bit more interesting decision tree on the moon, especially given game one. But no, Wu, you ran really well. It's just, you know, you know, just watching both game one and this game, just, you know, Possum just had the aura. Like it's just yeah, you run your hardest, and um, just sometimes you just don't get there. And yeah, I ran into that in group play myself.
Yeah.
So I mean, you got, you know, this, if provided Possum's video checks out, you know, this is it for Adamant Cup.
I would
What's your
refuse. I would refuse to win if it came to that. I'm good. He won. I trust his thing. It's fine.
Absolutely. So, you know, what are you thinking for off season? You what's your prep for ZZ5, or is ZZ5 in the picture? Or you take a break, or what's next for Wewbear?
I love the tournament, so when ZZ5 comes around, I'm sure I'll play it. Hopefully they'll have Cecil in it, because you know that's my boy right there.
Yeah, now we're talking.
I don't think he was deserved to be banned in this. I understand the theme, but with T Pro, he's nowhere near as strong as he typically is. But yeah, I will definitely be around for ZZ5. As far as the off season, I might do some ladder, if that is still around. So I have not decided yet.
I'm looking for it. I have a feeling that between you and Possum, you two aren't done with each other yet.
No, that's what we next tournament we have decided to meet in the top 4, so we can continue. Because last tournament it was a 16, this one was 8, so we got to do the top 4 now next tournament.
Stay out of my side of the bracket. I mean, what? Hi.
There was 2 in a row, by the way. Did anyone see my jump kill again, or was that again missed because of Possum being so fast?
Wait, jump kill on what?
On Zermus.
No, I saw that.
Okay. As long as someone saw it. That's 2 in a row now. I did that last race as well, and I was pretty happy.
Yeah, I definitely saw that. You know, there's the interviews going on, and I'm looking at like it. You know, Martin's got questions going, so I'm looking at like 1 rock, 2 rock, 3 rock. Oh yeah, he's going for the jump kill.
He kept dodging, so I'm like, okay, I got this. And then the 5K, I was like, ooh, that's a high number. And then it didn't die, so I'm like, all right, we're going for it. 1 more should do it.
Oh, Woo. A man of the people. Thank you. Thank you for the tournament. Thank you for the racing. Thank you.
Yeah.
We will see you again soon.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Go have yourself a good evening, sir.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Pushing buttons and doing all the things and talkies and whatnot. Love you all. Good night.
Night. Please, folks, go follow these runners. They're wonderful. If you enjoyed this, obviously we weren't watching the same stream if you didn't enjoy it. So, Sky, this has been a blast.
Yeah, same. You know, thanks for helping guide a rookie through comms, and thanks Black Ice for rolling us a fun seed to commentate.
Yeah. Comms takes care of itself. I mean, you know, we just talk, we shoot the breeze. Hey, speaking of talking, we're not done yet though. I don't even need to look at Discord to know where we're going for this one. I'm gonna put money on the fact we're going over Free Enterprise too, because I'm pretty sure there's a race going on.
Oh, there is.
There is. So obviously, y'all know the rules. Take it from someone that's been newspapered enough times in their life. Don't get newspapered. No spoilers. People would love to watch this back. It's been a great time. We'll get over there. We'll see you again soon. You're going to see Sky on comms a lot more often, I guarantee it. You get the last word, Sky. Get us out of here.
All right. All y'all have a good night and enjoy Moonblaze Wolf versus Rybon.